Scratch that. Who likes to read off of a postcard? Not me. So, this is the story on how I started to read and write. So, when I was younger, my mom used to tell me all the time how I always wanted to be alone. Never wanted to be with anybody, never wanted to be around anybody or anything. You couldn't make me happy in any way unless you left me alone. And I'm still like that to this day. Funny. But I guess you could say I started to really read and write when I was going into high school. I always hung out with my grandparents. They, to this day, are the number one people I look up to for anything. They're just amazing people. Every time I went over to my grandmother's house, she never had a TV in her room. And nowadays, that's pretty much all you see in everybody's room. Like that one, a TV. But she never had one. She said, TV's bad for you. You only need to watch an hour or two a day. Everything else should be devoted to something else. So every time before she went to bed, she always had her night lamp on, and she always read a book. And every time I came over, it was a different book. Huge book, like way over 500 pages. And I was like, nope, way too many pages. So one night I asked her, why does she read? And she goes, reading is knowledge. You learn something new every day, and your brain changes every time you learn something new. It expands, it gets bigger, and it makes you more smart, as she would say. And I was so intrigued by this, so curious as to how reading a book can make you smarter. So I asked her to give me a book that she thought would be the best one. And I can't remember the first one she gave me, but I know it was great. I think it was either James Patterson or David Baldacci, however you say it. But to this day, they're still my all-time favorite authors. I can just remember exploring a book and just looking at it and reading it and breaking it down and remembering everything about it. And just always thinking, how did this author come up with this? How did he constantly think the scenario out and what it would be like after this or before it, or what caused the scenario? All these things I would ask myself. And then I came across this one book. I can't remember how I got it. I'm pretty sure my grandmother gave it to me because she's the best person ever. But it was this book right here. Cry Wolf. I will, until I die, love this book with everything I have in me. It is so detailed. You open this book and you are automatically sucked in from the first page. And obviously it's a prologue. And you're like, who likes prologues? But this is just, it brings you into a whole different world. It just opens your eyes into something that's obviously not real, but you wonder, why do they think these? Why do they think this and that? And where do they come from it? And when I read this book, it actually got me to start writing. And the first person who bought me a little journal was my Aunt Donna. And she gave it to me at my sister's graduation. When she graduated high school, she gave everyone a gift. She didn't want to make anyone feel left out. And so when I got this journal, I thought it was just, oh, thanks, I love it. And I thought I would never write in it. And then I read this book and instantly opened my eyes to everything. And I just started writing, and I started reading more, and now I read a new book once a week, if not more. I can sit down and literally read a book for 7 hours a day, and it not bother me at all. I wish that English majors or writing majors, anything to do with writing and reading was a bigger major and made more money, but I just like to have it in my free time. A lot of people don't know that I like to read and write, and I kind of like to keep that to myself, and it's just something that a lot of people know about me, and I think it's just great that when you just open a book and you can escape to a whole different world and just lightens your whole world up, and I think that is so wonderful.